Good morning, y'all. It's Timothy. My hair is crazy and I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. This is what happens when a black girl straightens her hair and then takes several hot showers, has sex several times, and takes several deep, intensive naps. But that's not the point of this video. It's just me being like, do I want to do my hair for this video? Yeah, I think y'all are just kind of used to my hair being fucked up, so it's okay. You know what? Fuck it. I've made several videos with my hair fucked up. Let's go. Actually, no, I'm putting the squawk on. Fuck it. Well, now it looks like I semi-tried. Anyway, the point of this video is me just kind of... I had an epiphany when I was on the bus today. I had yet another incident of crying after a hangout with someone who I have a history of doing that with. I don't know, it just always tends to happen. I'll reflect on that later. But I've been realizing I don't really know who I am anymore morally compared to who I was when, I don't know, just years ago. The person who I was at like 18, 19, when I feel like I was going through it, but I still had my shit together. And then now I don't really recognize myself. Like, I've been reflecting more on that lately. And even today, I was seeing my fuck buddy, the person I always cry with. They're not that bad of a person. So, they're morally complex as I am. And I can see that in people, and I respect that. And I'm just coming to terms with, like, how my morality has changed over the years. Like, I don't know. I used to be the type of person that would just give to the homeless, and I would like sit around them in Berkeley and People's Park just endlessly talking to them for hours and hours on end. I'd give them high fives and hugs, and then now if a homeless person comes up to me, I just instinctively like dodge them and go out of my way to avoid them. Of course, we can blame that on COVID. We can blame that on COVID because when it wasn't a life-threatening illness, then of course I was gonna hang out with homeless people in groups. Once that came into play, then I'm not gonna be the most friendly towards the most super spreader people out there. But I don't know, also my morality around dating. Like, I used to be one of those people that would be like, equal rights, equality amongst the genders, this, and that. Like, you know, the type to be like, oh, I'm totally fine splitting the bill and, like, paying for myself. Why would I need a man to do that? And also, I love giving men things and women things and just being nice to everybody. And then all of a sudden now, it's like, oh, I believe that men should always pay the bill. And I'm disgusted when they don't. And then I don't want to have sex with them anymore. And I just won't like them entirely. I think it's useless if they're around me. And I don't know, that's also a big hurdle. And then now it's like almost every few days I get on my Instagram and I just talk about, I don't know, gender roles, how much I dislike men, this, and that. And it's funny because I used to be the biggest men supporter out there. I guess that can also be summed up with experience. One second, I'm gonna lay down. Just, I don't know. I feel like I've also just been acting out more lately and doing things that, even like comparing myself to years ago, that's okay. Change happens naturally. I've been through a lot of trauma and a lot of big life incidents. So for some things I changed and just don't feel the same about anymore simply because of life experience. But in other regards, just more bad things are happening. Like, I'm being more openly rude to people and a lot more aggressive. I'm being like more assertive with my boundaries and standards, but I'm also being a lot more verbally abusive, especially to the men in my life. And also, my standards around dating have changed entirely. Like, instead of it being like, oh, I'm just gonna date one guy at a time and dedicate myself to them monogamously, even if we aren't exclusive, like now I'm just not into monogamy at all. And then with the few partners that I do I treat any of them nicely or truly see them as human? I don't know if I do anymore, and that's a complex topic in itself. I've been doing more crime, like some more legal stuff. I've been wishing like really awful, horrendous things on people in the street. And I don't know. Of course, these people aren't usually great, but I don't know. Sometimes my brain gives people who cough without covering their mouth the same penalty as like actual racist. I've also been having a lot more intrusive thoughts that I don't even want to describe, and also my morality amongst many things, like, you know, homicide or violence or vandalism or theft or abuse in multiple forms against all ages. I don't know. I think it's kind of scaring me a bit just because it's like, who am I anymore? It makes you go, is this me? Am I like, I don't know. And then you just have to refigure yourself all out again. That's the process and stage I'm at. And as I was on my way home, you know, crying as usual. I don't know, that just happens after I have a sleepover with my fuck buddy, but it's a lot with that guy, let's just say. We had some interesting conversations, and let's just say, on the bus ride home, I had the epiphany that I'm probably acting out more, like, in my life emotionally because I feel trapped. Like I don't have any life control. So the reason I'm doing more crimes, like committing theft, cursing people out, being snarky, being more quick to like complain to customer service online on those little surveys that you get on the receipts and stuff, is because I feel like multiple points in my life I didn't get anything from good behavior. Like, I was punished all the same. I could try to leave my house in the most normal outfit possible and I'd still get mocked or stared at. I could, and as if I dressed badly or as if I dressed super nicely. And I don't know, I could compliment someone and then they would just entirely brush me off, or I could be nice to someone or just be decently as a person and not be treated well. Like, hell, semi recently I went to a grocery store and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go there with my natural hair and just feel confident in myself, and I'm gonna do the legal thing. I'm gonna go into the store and I'm gonna pay with my hard earned money to buy these fucking yogurts and fruits and live a healthy lifestyle. And then this one old man working at the register was so fucking crabby for no reason. Like, and I think he was racist too, which is a big factor. And I don't know, I hate that. And then next thing, like, I don't know, let's just say he would not stop slapping his hand against the receipt machine. Then because I took like an longer than 3 seconds to pull my card out of my bag, even though I was searching for it, and said, "Oh, just 1 second, still looking." Like next thing you know, he's like slapping the machine, telling me to hurry up, and like yelling at me, and I had to act. I think it's just moments like that are starting to build up. Like I never really was into shoplifting that much before until it'd be like, okay, I'm in this like art supply store and I can't get help even when I ask for it and people treat me like shit. And then all that resentment just builds up. Or it like once I was in this craft store and I dropped a book like twice on accident. And it was clear that I was going to buy this book considering I was walking around carrying it. And then these bitches in the store just straight up looked at me, gave me the up down and went, does she know that if she keeps dropping it, we're not going to be able to sell it? Like, as if I wasn't going to buy it myself. And then because of that, I didn't buy it. I just put that shit under my arm and left. And then took the book. And that made me feel kind of good. It made me feel like I had some sort of fuck you, like gotcha, some sort of power to take back. It felt nice. I've been in multiple situations where I didn't have any control and I was treated badly, believe it or not, without me doing anything bad. Like, I could be the most polite, goody two shoes person ever, and it wouldn't stop someone treating me like shit just because they felt they could get away with it. Like, hell, recently I was in Bloomingdale's, and I was just looking around the store nicely, and this one bitch would not stop, staring at me, blinking at me like I was a fucking idiot, while also not knowing anything about her goddamn job, which was the most infuriating thing ever. And then she had the nerve to, like, talk shit about me openly with, like, two other cashiers, despite, and I mean this with full seriously, nothing bad happening. Ever, I did not give her a single fucking issue. And so what I did is, before I left the store, I flipped them off. I was tempted to take something just as a revenge, but I said, no, I'm going to do the classy thing, and I'm just going to flip them off and leave. And if it wasn't obvious, I'm being sarcastic when I say classy, but it felt good. Because if they were going to stare me down in the store anyway, I wanted to give them something to look at. I wanted to make them feel fucking spited. Because they made me feel spited and slighted. And it felt good. But it's starting to get bad. Real bad. I did something really bad the other night, and I'm not sure I want to talk about it, but let's just say we were in a restaurant and got bad service, and one thing led to another. No one was harmed, no one was hurt, but it wasn't a victimless crime that was committed. And it was not great. I know I shouldn't have done it, but I don't know. And then the person I was with, they just tried to go, oh, well, the service was awful. Like, they were rude as hell. They couldn't do anything right. The food was bad. And it's like, yeah, true. But still, I don't know. I just don't like things that could potentially fuck with my energy. I know the world's not exactly a nice place, but at the same time, I want to still be able to say that I'm a nice person, Not just for others' validation, but also for me, so that I look at myself in the mirror and I think, oh, I'm not some storybook villain who's out here committing awful, horrendous deeds just because. Or some sort of anti-hero. It's me just being like, oh, I feel like me. I feel like the same person. I'm not just going into stores and leaving because I know that I have beef with whoever runs the store, or the store keeps that they have, or just because there's no security. And, okay, let me go into this topic a bit more. Another reason I got into theft before was because I didn't have anything. And I knew, okay, so I'm working hard and long, playing it safe, paying rent, doing this, doing that, and it's still not doing enough. Why is it not enough? Why do I need to go into a store and be treated like a criminal and the whole time I haven't even done anything? Like, I can't go into a craft store and simply just stand in an aisle too long looking at fucking sketchbooks. And this was before the pandemic. Without some bitch deciding to, like, peek her head down the aisle unsubtly multiple times because she thinks I'm gonna steal. That offended me. Or I could go to Target and then have bitches with an attitude because I dare to interrupt their fun little conversations to ask them where something is in the massive fucking superstore. And I think, even in my dating life, I'll put it this way. My ex really wants me back, or wanted, I don't know, I haven't talked to them in a few days, but they have really wanted me back since we've broken up. And with my fuck buddy, they've still wanted to be in extreme contact with me because, well, you know, they have an attachment to me after they ruined the last relationship they had. And so they have very complex emotions towards me, both of them. But at the root of it, neither of them truly respect me. Neither of them do. Not one of them. Because do you know how many times I've had the conversation of I don't plan to be monogamous whatsoever because I have had my trust broken and violated by both of you. And simply put, nothing can change that, and I just don't have an interest in, like, monogamously dating anyway. And they just will not let it sink in. And hell, neither of them respected my autonomy, my consent, my boundaries, my intelligence. They didn't respect any of that shit. And that fucking hurt. Do you know how much it fucking hurts to date a guy and you tell him all of your experiences, and then like a year into dating, that's when you learn, oh, secretly he thinks it's okay to be above the age of like to be 20 and up, and to be dating people in the age range of 14 to 16, and he thinks nothing's wrong with that. He, oh hell, even as low as 13. Do you know how fucked up that makes a girl feel? To make a person feel that it's like, oh, you could have told me this way fucking sooner and you just chose not to because you wanted your dick sucked. You wanted sex. You wanted sex. You wanted comfort. You wanted coziness and cuddles and video game nights and this and that. And he couldn't even see me enough as a person to even trust that I'm not saying I would have accepted him. I get why he did what he did to keep me around. It still doesn't change the fact. Let me calm down. It doesn't change the fact that he was in a position to tell me the truth and then trust, or at least let me have the own consent to make my own choice of if I want to stay with him or not. Knowing that. Fuck no, I would not have. But even then, I gave him chances in the past. I was like, hey, you could tell me problematic stuff you've done or think, and I'll tell you the stuff that I think that's even problematic or controversial that not many people might accept. And we can, because I think we're coming up on a point where, we're growing up on a milestone, a year point. And I think this stuff is important to know so that we make sure that we're bonding correctly and so, love each other for who we actually are, not just anything surface level. And instead, this bitch ass nigga, and we're separate, I can say it, this fucking loser. I'm shaking, I'm so fucking mad. He pulled the, oh, what? Whoa, you're just looking for reasons to break up with me. You're just looking for reasons to start drama and start shit. And he was being a pussy. And that's the shit I don't fucking like. But then he had at least 2 different fucking chances where we could have told each other some really problematic stuff. Because I have plenty of problematic stuff. I'm telling you in this video right now because I'm that motherfucker. I will be honest about who I am and not water it down so that I can genuinely be seen by people. And so they know if they want to stick by me or not. And he couldn't see me as worthy of that. And then lo and behold, he gets shocked when I break up with him. My fuck buddy is the opposite. Like, for example, we spent, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe more, just going back and forth about the most horrific, awful things we've ever done in our lifetime that were taken to the grave. I just told him some, like, 10 minutes ago. He's a lovely guy. Like, we accept each other for the worst of us, and that's why, even with our most toxic moments ever occurring, we still love and accept each other, and why we're actually a pretty dysfunctional but functioning relationship. Let's put it like that. When someone really accepts and values you at your worst, it feels fucking stellar, let me tell you. I love him so much, I do. He wants to be my boyfriend and he wants to be my husband and marry me. He's been telling me that endlessly. He's a sweet fella. But as for what this nigga did, so for my fuck buddy, when I broke up with my ex, I was with my fuck buddy on and off, and they were the most putrid piece of shit to me. They treated me like crap. They acted like me asking for a text or bare minimum communication or respect or decency, or to make a date and then also not flake on it. And were such fucking hurdles to get over. There's more I can get into, but let's just say I have suppressed so many memories for so long because anytime I unwrap certain memories, my brain just starts cracking and breaking a little bit. They were not good to me, and whenever they try to whenever they try to say in an argument like, "Oh, you act like I was such a villain," yeah, you were. You watched me cry nonstop every fucking day for like 4 months with heartaches and lung pain and stomach pain and headaches, and you decided I wasn't worth still a text back for 7 fucking. You did. I'm going to quickly change topics before this gets messy. Anyway, once I start, like, my ex and my fuck buddy did the same thing, because once I started actively dating and seeing other people, that's when they got their act together, because men are fucking stupid inherently. Or at least cis straight men. They all follow the same code of, oh, if you stay with me and ask me to change, I won't. But if you leave me and another guy dares to give you attention that I should have been, then I'll finally do the things that I know I should have done all along and more. So that's why suddenly my ex, who wouldn't even take me out on a date for fucking free, a free date, he would say that, oh, maybe, I don't know, and then he would sleep for 12 fucking hours a day. He would go to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at 4 p.m. when the sun would go down, and he would not fix that despite knowing. But all that changed once I started fucking Morgan, and suddenly, oh, the guy who didn't see me worth even free dates or simple bus rides is taking lifts to dates and giving me lifts to dates as well, and then footing the entire bill for fancy, or trying to take me out to more fancy restaurants and shit. And no matter how much he tries, a part of me still fucking hates him. I don't know if you can tell that the camera and I am shaking right now, but I still feel rage. Because you don't know how it feels. Even if they're doing it now, it's like they should have done it when I actually fucking loved them. And it's like, oh, you only can accept me when I don't love you. Huh. Okay, on top of that. As for my fuck buddy, same thing. I went on one single date and downloaded a few apps, and that's what it took, a huge overnight transformation. I stopped responding to texts so quickly since I didn't see them as worth my fucking time. And then, oh, suddenly I'm this amazing, beautiful, divine, temptress woman who they fantasize about every single day and obsess over. And now both of them have gotten scarily, stupidly possessive. When, when I cared about them, they couldn't give a damn. And I know it hurts them. I know it does when I do things that are toxic to either of them. But at the same time, I don't care, because with my fuck buddy, hell, he was like, I'm gonna change. I've changed for the better. I want to make you happy. I genuinely do. You're so sweet and kind to me, and I care for you. And I want to do a big sleepover and date plans. And he hyped it up for 3 fucking days. And the day of the plans, around the time he was gonna pick me up, he just messaged me and said, oh, actually, we should end things. None of this is helping. I don't think, like, I'm still into my ex, and yeah. And that was it. And it traumatized me. And I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it. And just take a breath. And so I don't really care that it hurts them when I post on my story about like a date with another guy or dick from another guy, or I talk about anyone else in my roster aside from them. I don't really care, because deep down I just can't stop thinking my ex was the type that would enable their brothers being perverted or condescending or callous towards me. They couldn't stand up for me for shit. They couldn't do anything when they were asked, and they always just acted incompetent. Same for my fuck buddy. He would just. And now they want to act like they've changed. I can't even trust myself to go back to liking them truly and deeply with my soul, because they have both terrified me from monogamy, that I pretty much expect them, and entirely, I mean this, expect them to go back to the worst versions of themselves. I expect it. And actually, I see it happening sometimes. Sometimes I treat them too well on a date and they start being lazy again. I don't fucking like that. And so it gives me a sense of power, and it's like, oh, hey, look, I could go back from seeing my fuck buddy and go on a date with another guy that same day.
or like have a different date with a different guy each fucking day of the week. And no matter how much they hiss and fuss, it pisses me off, but also makes me feel great joy. Why? Because they finally are feeling a semblance of the pain they caused me. Because they didn't give a fuck when I was crying. And it feels really fucking good. I like when men suffer. They made me feel powerless, and then they still try to every once in a while by trying to guilt trip me, despite me multiple times telling them I plan to be I plan to be non-monogamous. I am going to be single, and I'm not going to hold back on any specific part of my life just for your comfort. And they say they're okay with it until they're not. Until no. Then they suddenly want to go through my phone or do this or do that or guilt me for seeing other men as if they did not willingly sign themselves up for it. It's like seeing someone step into a bear trap after they signed a waiver saying, "Oh yes, I will step into bear traps and not punish Timothy for setting them up." And then they still find a way to get mad at you. I don't know. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel powerful. And it makes me feel in control when it feels like otherwise in my life I haven't had control or power. Being good didn't get me anywhere. In love, in romance, with money. Being bad did, because once I started shoplifting from stores of people who would treat me like shit when I was scanning things anyway and treat me like an idiot or treat me poorly, I didn't get shit. But I complained online and I'm like, hey, your staff member was really fucking rude. Also, the food came super late. It was cold, disgusting, and here's photographic proof. Then suddenly I'm getting free food. Then suddenly I have a whole bunch of stuff that I would not have otherwise because of capitalism, inflation, the pandemic, and more. That's why I stole. That's why I complained. That's why I Karen. I started talking back to people. I started flipping people off. I started acting like a ultimate fucking crackhead with my rage. Why? Because why not? Why not? People will do whatever they fucking want anyway. And so why shouldn't I? If everyone's doing what they want and being as much of an asshole as they can, why should I be the one who's good? Because what do I really win from it? Really? And that's why I was dating and seeing and fucking as many men as I could recently. Not that many. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, like 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Because the last one wasn't really sex. And I started using men for money. Why? Because fuck it. What value do they add to my life? And I started doing a whole bunch of things that made me feel powerful because I felt like otherwise I had no power and control. And that, if I'm gonna be punished for things even when I haven't done anything wrong, then I might as well actually do stuff that's punishable. And at some point I stopped fearing the consequences since I saw awful people get away with awful things on a daily basis. So why should I fear consequences for my own actions? But deep down I also know that it's just me kind of acting out, kind of like in the way that a child who's been beaten too much by an abusive parent would act out. Because eventually if you're like a kid who's been beaten too much for spilling a drop of milk or asking a stupid question or doing this or doing that, the child will eventually act out by just doing the most reckless, stupid, wild shit imaginable, since they know that no matter what they do, whether it's sniffling a bit too loudly after being yelled at for an hour straight, or it's coming home late, or it's burning a little bit of food, or if it's stealing from a store, or slapping their mom, or shooting a cat, then they know, hey, I'm going to be punished all the same, so why shouldn't I? It's going to make them feel a sort of control and power when they otherwise feel powerless. Kind of like the same reasons for reactive abuse, because eventually, I remember I learned of this. Well, okay, it's a complex story, but I knew this guy and he was cheating on his girlfriend and he was complaining that his girlfriend was hitting her, but the context was he was actively cheating on her and being verbally abusive and manipulative all the time. So, that's called reactive abuse. If you are abusing someone and cheating on them, and then they finally just respond to your bad behavior with their own form of negativity, like mockery or slapping you in the face and then laughing at you because deep down they know you don't give a shit when you're fucking other women and coming back to them with dirty dick and making them feel like they're the villain for not wanting you to come home with dirty dick, then yeah. Hell, oh god, that actually applies to someone related to my fuck buddy. I don't wanna. Let's not talk about that. And I watched not the Ken. Why was I about to say the Ken movie? The whole point of the movie is not to trip over Ken. Or, okay, not the whole point. I watched the Barbie movie today. And spoilers, don't just skip ahead if you don't want spoilers, even though this video is 24 minutes long. He acted out in the movie because he felt powerless. He felt like, oh, I don't have shit. I don't have attention that's exactly positive from the girl I like. He didn't feel like he was really getting what he wanted. He felt like he was a loser, an embarrassment, and that his life fucking sucked. So you know what he did? He decided to grab life by the horns in the wrong way. And he just initiated, like, and then he initiated all the other kids to like rebel against the Barbies by taking control, being dicks to them, doing whatever made them feel good without caring about how the Barbies felt, and more and more. But then towards the end of the movie, he kind of admitted that he didn't really want to do all that alone. He just wanted to feel noticed by Barbie and just wanted to feel like he mattered in a way, and that he made some sort of difference and wasn't just like some fleck amongst like a bunch of other flecks, basically unnoticeable, uncared about, and more. And I think that's how I've been feeling lately, and it's why I've been acting out in so many regards and having a lot more bad thoughts and more. Not to say that people haven't been mistreating me or being weird to me. They have, absolutely. An excuse could be that everyone's just suffering and broke, but even then, I don't know, I'm suffering. And not exactly the richest or motherfucker around, but I don't take it out on others. So I don't know, just I'm kind of realizing that the only reason I've been really acting out lately is because I feel powerless. Because I felt like, oh, I'm being guilted by these two assholes for not wanting to date them despite them not making changes in their own life. So I'm just going to do me. And then I have been doing me and things have been working out. I have a roster of wonderful men who want to take me out, pamper me, take me on dates, and treat me well. And that's been feeling really good. And then the men have ironically been better because of it. I've stolen things, and now suddenly I can do like my skincare every day and have nice, glowing, beautiful skin and healthy, long hair that I otherwise wouldn't have. I have a whole bunch of plants, and I don't know. But at the end of the day, I just have to realize it doesn't matter what the other assholes in my life do. I guess just what I do. And, you know, it makes me feel good in the moment to, like, not be the nicest to others or to do bad crap stuff. And, you know, I'm still figuring out my morality day by day. But I still want to feel good when I leave the house. I can have power and control and love in my life without hurting others. I can stand up for myself without doing bad. And, I don't know. Let's just say I'm figuring things out. You know? Because I don't want to just become, like, as bad as people who I would think are the scummiest people of the earth, you know? I want to be better. I want to be the best, lovely version of myself who has healthy relationships. I don't just want to go, oh, I have these two shitty men in my life who feel entitled to my body and my autonomy and my approval over them, but the whole time they don't even respect me or see me as a person. I can just simply not date those men. And then date people who actually do respect me and see me as a person and respect my autonomy, you know? And love me. And that feels good. I can do that. And I'm working on that. I met this nice, wonderful guy on Bumble, and hopefully I can talk to him again. He was very sweet. And I don't know, I just gotta work on having a healthier inner circle and bubble so that it's like, you know, instead of me just constantly feeling the urge to lash out or whatever, it's like, no, I have a support circle, and even if I don't, I still love my life and I love myself, and I can, even if the world is mean outside, I can still love myself in my own little bubble with all the stuff that I've had and maybe even slightly hoarded and feel good. I think I'm almost close to a breakthrough. I'm almost done with this video. But yeah, I just have to remind myself that no one has control over my life but me. So I just really gotta cut these niggas out. If they're stressing me out, I can just simply say, fuck you, stay out of my life. And I can do that because I refuse to have some man punish me for their own emotions ever again, and nor do I wanna punish them for mine. Even if it is in response to how they're punishing me for theirs. I can just instead just exit them out of my life, and that's punishment enough, I feel. Because it'll just torment me in the long run if I have to go through even more conversations with the same niggas who say they're okay with me seeing other men over and over and over and being guilted for it. Like, no, just cut this nigga out. And I just gotta love my life to the best possible way because there's a lot of beauty on this planet that I want to embrace and enjoy, and I love my life so much. And I just wanna, you know, instead of seeing the negatives, I wanna see the positives. So hopefully we'll get to a point where I won't just have random niggas in the street who decide to cough on me or give me weird looks or be ratty assholes, get on my nerves that bad. And I don't know, life really is beautiful. There's a lot of pleasant things in the world. Like, I got dressed up for the Barbie movie and I had 3 people positively smile at me, and that felt good. Like,
and I didn't comment on, didn't say, I'm not gonna tell y'all. Yeah, I'm not even gonna mention any negatives I could have listed for the day, because guess what? I focused on the positives. I had a lovely day, saw 3 lovely people, wore a cute outfit, and had a whole lot of fucking fun. And that's cool, right? That's what it matters. Seeing more positives than the negatives. I used to be amazing at that when I was younger. And deep down, I know I am still the same person I am that when I was younger, just aged a few years. I haven't changed all that much. I still think that the homeless deserve houses and food and respect. And as long as I don't go out my way to disrespect them but keep my own boundaries, then I'm doing well and doing better than most. And I still believe in equality. I still believe in respect. I still believe men and women are equal and that they should be treated equally and that it should be more of a level playing ground to the point where I won't even trip over like a man splitting the bill or like this or that, because I know that the person I'm with truly loves me and cares about me in the same way that I do them on an equal level manner. And that's what matters. Oof. I feel lovely. It was a lovely, beautiful day. Ironically, I almost depressed myself a second ago by thinking, like, oh yeah, sure, I could talk about anyone who possibly was a little snarky during the Barbie movie, but hey, they might have not been. They might have just had resting bitch face, or, you know, not meant anything malicious with their stares or any looks they gave. But either way, I had a pleasant day. Because you know what? I didn't trip over all of what could have been supposedly be seen as bad. I thought I had a lovely day. I had a sweet old lady compliment me on my skirt. I had another lady wearing pink to the Barbie movie out of all the other people wearing black, and we had a cute little moment of her being happy to see me, and it felt super nice. That's really the core to life. Amongst all the negatives, you just gotta find the really nice positives and focus on that. Because even on your worst fucking day, life is beautiful. Like, even right now, it's a beautiful, chilly, foggy day. Nice and bright. My skin looks great. My hair is nice and fluffy and soft in the way that I like it. My room looks amazing. I have a whole bunch of plants that are thriving and alive. I have running water. I can take a nice shower in a second. It's Tuesday and it's only 5 p.m. and it's already such a beautiful, amazing day. All you have to do is just realize no matter what bad happens, there's still stuff to appreciate. Because even when I was homeless in that motel room, I still did what I could in that funky ass, dirty motel room with sleep paralysis, chest pains, and anxiety. I played my music, danced around, and just embraced and enjoyed the freedom that I could, because even in the worst of the worst situations, there's always beauty. On the worst days ever, there's still a beautiful sunset going down, and if not a sunset, then a bright shining day. If not that beautiful grass to touch, plants to look at, things to see, taste, touch, smell. Lovely. And frankly, no matter how bad your day is, as long as I can enjoy a nice plate of food or see something really splendid or have a lovely human experience, my day will already, or hell, sometimes my entire month can be better just because of that. So just never underestimate the power of being nice to people, because there actually is a lot of value in being good. There's a lot of value in it, truly. And I think I'm glad that I recorded this video so long to come to this epiphany, because there really is. I get astronomically happy whenever someone in a car with their friends yells at me that I'm beautiful. That's sweet. Or whenever I see a nice smile or a pretty pair of eyes or a wonderful face or a pleasant interaction or some delicious food or a little goofy moment or a cute sound effect that my lover makes, I feel on top of the world. And that's what life really is. It's so fucking beautiful, and I sometimes I just get overwhelmed with how beautiful life is. Fucking Life is so fucking amazing. God bless. I'm really happy to be alive. So yeah. Damn, that feels good. I hope everyone has a nice day today. But most likely you already have. Just, count your blessings. I'm probably going to do that in a second. And also, speaking of which, if you made it this far, I probably will make a milestone video about how far I've come. Because sometimes I feel bad about my life, but I gotta remind myself I've came extremely far. And no, I didn't peak at like 19 when I made that one goofy, silly video about getting my pussy eaten by that guy wearing braces. Life has had amazing, beautiful milestones and adventures since then, and I am happy to have lived through all of them. They're all blessings in their own divine way. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. Timothy is ending the video. Love you so much. Happy day. Love you. Peace out. God bless. Bye.